Good Saturday morning. What a wonderful start to the weekend. And I have to ask you, are you building something or are you confronted with something? Yeah, Saturday morning house projects. There's a lot of construction. You hear people doing improvement in their homes in the background, lawnmowers and all that. Well, what about, are you dealing with a situation where it's stubborn or just so hard? Well, in this chapter, it opens up with our master builder, artist Bezalel, who is taking natural elements from the trees, and he's building the Ark of the Covenant, right? And the table and the lampstands. But something interesting, in my version of the Bible, it says that he took shittim wood. If you know anything about shittim wood, in some versions it says acacia wood. It's a very hard, durable substance that you can, this wood that you could get from either Asia, Australia, or Africa. And just a side note, in a few minutes I am on my way to his high school, my alma mater, Kenwood Academy, because we're having a cart wash, a fundraiser, because we want to help build a school in Senegal, Africa, next year, next spring break, and we're raising funds. So if you are on your way to getting your car washed, go to 50th and Blackstone in the Hyde Park area, meet us at the dock, and we'll have your wheels shining. Okay, anyway, there are all these elements that he was using, and I want to ask you, are you dealing with a shittim situation where someone is so stubborn, like, no, you know what? They're not going to move. They're not going to do what you're asking them to do, right? And in those situations, we have to yield our will to the Lord. Because guess what? God made that situation. God made that person. God made the elements that are in that person. God made that personality. In Isaiah 41:19, as a matter of fact, the shittim comes from the shittah tree. And it says in verse 19, I will plant in the wilderness the cedar, the shittah tree, and the myrtle and the oil tree. So guess what? God knows what he's doing. All we have to do is yield our will and know that in these natural situations that he has made, in chapter 43, verse 2 of Isaiah, the Lord says, when you pass through these rough waters, I will be with you. You know, I made the waters. I made the trees. When you are going through the rivers, they shall not overflow thee. When you go through the fires, they're not going to be burnt. Why? Because in verse 3, I am the Lord. He's the creator of everything. What did you get out of this chapter, Exo.37, son?
Well, Bezalel and his humility, because like a lot of artists, like when you think of Picasso, you think of the dude playing the guitar.
Pablo, the old guitarist?
Yeah, and then you think of Leonardo da Vinci.
I don't think they could hear you. Da Vinci.
Like Da Vinci and who else?
Michelangelo.
Yeah, Michelangelo. And all these things, like, you know about them because of their artwork, but you don't really know. I just heard about Bezalel like recently.
I love it.
And he made probably one of the most beautiful things ever known to man.
Yes.
But you don't really know his name, and that's crazy, and that's humble because he did it for God. He didn't do it for himself for fame.
That's
so
nice.
I want to be able to. I don't need that type of accolades, acknowledgement. I know that I did it for the Lord. That's all.
Hallelujah. What some insight. And in these situations that God made, he's a master artist, the master creator. Know that he wants us to do what is said in verse 29 of chapter 37. He made the holy anointing oil and the pure incense of sweet spices. We want to be that fragrance to the Lord all day, all night, all weekend, all our lives, so that he'll be pleased and he'll get the glory. Have a wonderful weekend, and don't forget the car wash. I'm going to include a link if you want to sponsor some tools as far as us building the foundation. Have a great day.